It's never a waste of time to make time for the truth. A moment spent listening and paying attention to the truth can change your life. So let's take a moment for the truth. Psalms 119:58 says, I have sought your favor with all my heart. Be gracious to me according to your word. It's interesting how we describe certain life situations and connect them with bodily sensations. A person witnesses a tragedy and he says, I was sick to my stomach. Another describes a sensation or a feeling of separation from a loved one, and he says, I literally ached with longing. We have a word for that. It's called visceral. It means something felt in or as if in the internal organs. It's instinctive, it's intuitive. As I mentioned last time, in this section of verses, the writer is speaking of their desire to take hold of God. Today's verse says, I sought your favor with all my heart. In the original language, this is reduced to 4 words: sought, favor, whole heart. The first of these words is sought, and it is one that contains the gut sense about it. It speaks of seeking, which is felt. This seeking creates sensations of weakness, of grieving, of infirmity, or of travail. It's deep, it's visceral. And add to that the words, my whole heart, and you get a truer understanding as to the depth of what this writer is seeking to communicate. Both his emotion, will, and intellect are focused towards a singular purpose. And what is that purpose? It is God's favor. Now, this word is used many times and has wide shades of meaning. To begin with, its plain sense is the face. This speaks of presence, of regard, of up-close encounter. It is a plural word, but it's always seen as singular. What does that mean? It's a way of saying that God's favor is expressed in multiple fashions, but it is in fact a singular expression. Think of the many ways that God expresses his favor upon you, and yet it is all in the singular favor of God. And out of all of that, the writer makes his request. He says, be gracious to me according to your words. The writer is asking that the Lord bestow his favor in keeping with his word. You see, God has spoken. What God has said is a revelation of who he is. Where people around us say one thing and then do another, it is not so with God. He does not lie. He always acts and responds in complete accord with what he has said about himself. And this is what the writer is desiring. He is seeking it to the point where he feels it deep within. The prophet Jeremiah was someone who spoke in visceral terms, and the Lord responded. In Jeremiah 29:12-14a, he says, Then you will call upon me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. And you will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. I will let myself be found by you, declares the Lord. Seek the favor of the living God. He listens to wholehearted seekers. It only takes a moment, but it will be a moment that matters. Thanks for watching and listening to Truth Matters Moment. Also, don't forget to look for our weekly podcast called Truth Matters. It comes out every Wednesday. Catch you later.